Let's start. My screen is visible. ठीक है, screen visible है, right?
Yeah, it's visible. I can see it.
Yeah.
This I do not like too much. Acha, tell me what is this shape called? Acha, this doesn't have a shape, but it has a very strong weakness. This is called the elephant
Okay.
thigh. This is called the elephant thigh. Why is it weak? Because white can do this, and now black is split up into two.
Okay.
So I would prefer this, or maybe even this.
Mm-hmm.
If black plays this, black is saying, "Ki, I'm trying to do this." If black plays this, black is also trying to crowd white, threatening कि black will play somewhere here and then white has no place left to run. White के लिए just this corner बचेगा. But like
Okay.
this, now we can see that white can split black apart. Now this stone is alone, this stone is alone. Which one should black try to save first?
G6.
Okay, correct idea, because over here black, this stone has lesser space that he has to maneuver in. So this makes sure
Mm-hmm.
that black can still come out in some direction. So that's correct. And then white can just continue and keep both of these groups apart, and black can only keep saving one of them, and then white can attack the other group. So this is one very important proverb in Go: keep weak groups separated. So that's what white is trying to do here: keep black separated. Let's say white goes and does something else. Black plays this. Now this whole black is almost connected, and now this has no threat of dying. So now what can white
Okay.
attack? White can't really attack anything. So now white will just have to try and make a new group and start something on some other side. As long as white is able to keep attacking something, black is just trying to live. Black doesn't have time to try and win.
Yeah.
So white didn't see that, and he's playing on the doing his own thing. So this is a bit too early to start playing on the first and second lines. Like
Okay.
at least wait for the mid game to play on the second line, and play till the end of the game to play on the edge. Like over here, it's still white has this and white has this. Over here, black is getting attacked.
Okay.
Over here, white is saying that I'll have this thing and I'll have this thing. Black के लिए कुछ बचा ही नहीं है.
Mm-hmm.
And with this, what is white saying? White is saying that I want
Like,
this much, and black can try to have all of that.
yeah.
So over here, white is already saying that I can defeat. So what should black be trying to do now, based on what I just said?
Michael is trying to.
So what are the
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
what are the two weaknesses that I said the whole black has right now?
The, the cutting point F6.
And what's the other small problem that black has? I just said
And
it.
D. D5.
Not D. I just said it here. This is one problem. This is another
Okay.
problem.
G3. Okay.
Yeah. So if black makes sure that he does not get cut, white can try to do this and take the whole corner. If black says that I want to have my corner, white can now cut and try to make problems for black.
Mm-hmm.
So these are two good options that black has right now: fix problem or take the corner.
And yeah, yeah,
But black cannot fix both together because they are two separate problems.
yes.
So the best way to play usually is play something that fixes your weakness and attacks the opponent so that they can't poke at other things you have. Again, white is playing on the second line. White is saying that I want to have this little 1 point. Okay, tell me where are the cut points of white?
E8 and D7.
So should black try to attack those points?
Uh, Actually, E8 is a good point.
What does white have to do?
Now white, uh, the F8 that is gone actually. So
Yep.
D7 is a,
Yep. Now black has this whole side also.
yeah.
And what would have been the correct move for white at this point in order not to make those cut
Uh,
points?
E8,
Yeah,
E8.
this is also fine. This is also fine.
Okay.
This is a bit better because there is no weakness left here. If white does this, black can always turn, and again this is under threat. And white still has to play this. उससे अच्छा डायरेक्टली यही खेल दो.
Okay.
Black can't come in like this because it will get captured. This is also no longer Sente.
Mm-hmm.
So solid shapes will
Yeah.
keep you from having to come back there and fix the shape again. If you make it a good shape and strong shape, parity.
Okay.
Okay, so black fixed his shape and white came in the corner like he predicted. Okay. So over here, white wants to have space under him so that he can make two eyes. If white does this,
Mm-hmm.
black can always do this and threaten to come inside this space. Better than that,
Okay.
white can maybe do this.
Okay. Okay.
So now
Okay.
white is saying that this is my space and I can live inside here no matter what black does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was the wrong cut. क्या होता है फिर? I would prefer if white played here first. If white plays here, now white is alive no matter what black does. Black does this, white's alive. If white tries to come out here, black can still make white smaller. So
Okay.
this is still not enough to live.
Yeah. Five. At least five.
Yes. So white needs this corner and now white is alive. But black
Mm-hmm.
won't let white do so much. अगर white ने कर दिया then this is the gote move for white. You know the meaning of sente in gote? So sente means
Okay.
initiative.
Sorry.
Sente means initiative.
Okay. Initiative. Okay. Okay.
And when you play a move that gives initiative to the other player, then that's called a gote move. So over here, white had to do this to make sure he's alive. So now white
Okay.
has given the initiative to black. अब black को जो करना है करो because I haven't forced black to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So this move number 4 was gote for white.
Okay.
So gote moves I won't say are bad, but you should play them as a last resort. After everything that you can play Sente on is done, then play your Gote move. After you play your Gote
Okay.
move, now black has freedom to do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
So keep playing till you can force the opponent, then play what you really want to play. Okay. Bad shape. What is this called?
Yeah. Empty triangle, na?
Yep.
Empty triangle.
And what is this empty triangle trying to do? Save 1 point here.
Hmm.
Not good. Let's say if you played this. Now what is this trying to do? This move is
Oh,
actually Sente.
okay.
Sente means,
Initiate.
yeah, since black has played this, white really has no choice but to respond to this move in a certain way.
Hmm.
If white does not play that way, it will be bad for white. So
Yeah.
suppose white doesn't understand कि क्या हुआ है and white goes and plays something else. How should black capitalize on white's oversight?
Uh, F F9.
No, close but not correct. So this is like one of those 15 cube problems.
Or he can go like D8.
Correct. So why does this work? Group A, Group B, Group C. Group B has two liberties. Group A and C has more than two liberties. Therefore,
Hmm.
the trapped group will be captured first. So this was a Sente move. And यहाँ पर white would be forced to defend. And now black can again go and do whatever he wants.
Okay.
And also, let's say white walks in here. And then black does this. This happens. Now let's count how many points do both sides have. Maybe black has 2 points here and white has his points here. And
Hmm.
compare that to the other shape that we made. Over here, black has all of these points and
Yes.
white got nothing here.
Okay.
So यहाँ पर black has 6 points, white has nothing.
Yes.
And in the other variation we saw, black had 2, white
Yeah.
had 3.
Yes.
So how many points swing of this? This was a 9 point swing.
Hmm.
यहाँ पर black is losing 1, वहाँ पर white is gaining 1. Black is getting 6 over there and यहाँ पर white is getting a couple.
Yes.
So this one move was worth about 9 points in Sente.
Hmm. That's why it's a initiate Sante move.
Yes. And when यहाँ पर we just saw that this was a 9 point swing. And if it was in Sente, we usually multiply that swing by 2. So technically what we call it is this move is worth 18 points.
Hmm.
Okay, black has worked so hard to save his 1 point. Not good. This point is still open and this is still a threatening thing because यहाँ पर the whole
Yes.
of the white corner can be taken. Don't play this. You can till now you must have learned to read at least 2 or 3 moves ahead. You know that if black plays here, white will play here, and if black tries to go down, white can always try to still capture him. So this is a wasted move. At least try to visualize 2 or 3 moves ahead.
But actually, if I don't play that D2, then he can capture that 2 white.
So don't assume that your opponent will play the wrong move. If you do this, white will do this. He always assumes the correct move. assume that your opponent will play the correct move,
Mhm.
and that's the only way you will keep playing against better players, and your rank will go up.
Yeah.
So white didn't have to do this. The way we just saw, even if black comes out, black can't do anything because black is captured jab chahe. So
Yeah.
this move of white is like saying I pass. You can have a free move. Where should white have played instead?
Like H4, or maybe after this, uh, A6
A6.
or B7. No, B7 will be
B7 is much better because over here this is like a connected group of white stones. If black does this, if white does this, black can always do this, and now this is sort of in trouble because
yeah.
black can always try to play here or here and trap these four white stones under him. So this is a much better move. Is black on the call right now? So again, this move is as good as passing. Because you know, no matter what you do, white can capture you. So what should black do instead? This stone is as good as gone. But how can
Mm.
you make it? How can you sacrifice this in the best possible way?
Like you could have played B7.
Correct. You play b7. This is sente. White has to respond here, and black can
Mm.
take more of the corners.
Mm.
So it's a what extra profit did black get? So this was no matter what, it was already gone. But over here,
Yeah.
black has
Yeah.
gotten all of this extra.
Yes.
So on a small board like this, 5 points extra is a very big deal.
Mm.
Again, black could have pushed.
Mm.
There's no reason to capture when you don't have to. Again, you don't have to do this. Why not take white stone like this? White will defend, black can take that.
Mm.
Or other option is maybe black can take some of the corner here. यहाँ पर how much profit did black make? Black maybe got 4 points here. And
Mm.
white still has to close his side. And now let's see, let's say black had played something else. And white ने ये खेला. Black would have to
Mm.
defend. And now how many points are both sides worth? So over here black got 4 points.
Yeah.
यहाँ पर black has,
One maybe.
let's close the edges. So white closes this, black closes this. So black has this 1 point.
Mm.
And white has this 1 point at f9. Compare that to this sequence. Black has 4 points here and white has 1 point here.
Yeah.
So यहाँ पर black is up by 3, यहाँ पर 0. So this was a 3 point swing. And you could say it is also incentive because if white does nothing, black will keep walking in. White has to stop over here.
Yeah.
Since it was incentive, you double the swing. 3 into 2 is 6. So h9 was worth 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Compare that to this, is not giving you any territory or doing anything. So this is as good as the pass. Again, white should have played here. So why didn't white play here instead played here?
Just defensive, like.
No, why defend when you can attack? If black ignores you, you do this, and the edge stone is captured. If black has to capture, white takes that.
Okay.
What would be the correct move here for black? It's not this, because this can happen. What should black play?
Other than h7.
If h7 was wrong, because white has captured this stone and now this whole area is white's.
Mm-hmm.
So it should not be white's. So what should black play instead?
Like g5.
G5. G5.
Now if black plays g5, okay, that works. White can play here, and black still has to respond, and white has to defend. The other option could have been just totally blocking white like this.
Okay.
Or even the more better option would have been capture the
Mm.
stone that's trying to get in. Now, even if white does that, black captures first.
Yeah.
Now, what is white's best move? So what I just did here was a mistake by black.
White
White
best move now h2.
edge, nope. I just said it was a mistake, which means black made a blunder. White can get a lot of points right now if they play the correct move.
Okay. Okay. h7.
Correct.
H-
H7 is correct. So why is that? Let's count some liberties. Group 1, group 2, group 3. कितने लिबर्टी देंगे?
ग्रुप 3 के 2 हैं, ग्रुप 1 के 2 हैं, क्या
Group 2,
ग्रुप
black.
ग्रुप 2 also 2, right?
Nope. 1, 2, 3.
हाँ, sorry, group 2 3.
So right now, group 2 over here is the cutting group. And what is it trying to
mm.
cut? It has now split these two stones apart. And these two stones are also in trouble. So 2 has managed to get a lot of work done. Now what should black play? Black's best possible move kya hai?
f6. f6.
F6. Okay, that's correct. Let's say black ignored that and played this. White could do this, and now these two stones are captured. So this is black's best move. And white can just do something because these two are as good as captured. If now black tries to start capturing things, white can capture black first because white had more liberties. If black plays here, white captures first. So white has gotten a good amount of profit. Okay, so it seems h7 was the best move here. ये होता h1 was right. right? Capture.
Hmm.
Beautifully got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Back. Defend.
Hmm.
And that's the end. Okay, they've done nothing. Questions?
No,
Any other games?
I don't have any game in this. I learned a lot in this, so I will apply.
Okay, so when you learn things, just try to keep in mind the principle behind it, because
Yeah.
this is not like some equation which you can write down and then implement. It's a lot
Hmm.
about the feeling and like go proverbs जो होते हैं. Try to implement the
Okay.
proverbs. ऐसा करो कि सेंसस पेज का जो गो proverbs है, just read through them once a day. These are all the proverbs for all situations. If you don't know what they mean, you can click करो and then you can see some examples what they're trying to tell you about it. Okay, if nobody else has any games, we can review some random games. And I can keep asking people about their feedbacks. Okay, so let's watch some online game जो चल रहा है. Maybe let's watch some one Q games. 9 per. Okay. Okay, what is
Most of the single digit queues start off in the center and play some audacious moves, which we as beginners are strongly advised not to do. So we would tend to play in the corners, but if you see here, they're starting off directly in the center line.
right? So that's because this is a 9 by 9 board. So strategies are a bit
Okay.
different on 9 by 9.
Hmm, hmm.
Or if you want, we can let's say review some 19 boards. You can get used to what a full book size game look like. Okay, this is a random 19 by 19 board played between two 7 cubes. So I'll just run through maybe the first 50 moves of this, and you people, and I'll keep asking questions throughout the game. Okay, so normal principle, corners first. That's what they have done. After corners, what should we do? What's the next principle?
Corners, sides,
So,
and
okay, so right now corners still have only one stone on them. Corners are still there could be more populated. So then now there are two things which you could do. One is either make an enclosure in these kind of places, or you could approach.
hmm.
So this is also considered a corner move. Approaching or making an enclosure. Or if you play like the AI has taught us in the last couple of years, 3-3. So before the AI came on a couple of years ago, people never used to 3-3 early in the game. Do you know what I mean by 3-3? So this is a normal 4-4 stone. This is a 3-3. So यहाँ पर what is black trying to do? Black is saying that I want your corner and I will give you influence. Do you know what does influence mean? Yes, no, maybe. नाम सुना है.
Basically, it has more control over the that part of the board जहाँ पे black ने concede किया है. So then white can solidify or further expand कर सकता है वो area में.
Right. So
That's the point.
influence is exactly what it sounds like. It is apparent control over the board. So normal sequence might look like this. So यहाँ पर black has managed to get this much of the corners, and white has this big wall. Now, what does black not want to do? If black plays somewhere near this wall like this, क्या हो सकता है? White can try to trap him between his wall and his own stones. So this is how influence is hoped to be used by the opponent. They want to attack you with their walls because they have influence there. So while you're running away, stuff like this will happen. Black is still running away. White is still chasing after him. Black is still runs away. And now what has White managed to get in return? White has gotten another wall, and he managed to probably get this whole area. By doing what? By attacking black. So this is always a trade-off. I get territory and you get a wall. So corners are still open. Either make an enclosure or approach. These are the two options. What did black do? Black did an approach. Okay, now, do you know what this kind of move is called? Somebody approaches you and you stick to it like this. What's that called?
Attach. I don't know.
So this particular kind of attachment is called a kick. So like same way, if let's say white had done this and black did this, black is kicking white. If white approached here and black did this, black is kicking white. So this kind of a move is called kicking. And this is the most common response to a kick. Standing up. So you can just like learn the terminology kicking and standing up, because if you watch other videos and so on, they'll use these terms also. Why does black want to stand up over here? If black goes and does something else, white will try to bury him under him. And now black has to keep crawling and trying to get away. इसके साथ क्या हुआ? Black maybe have 2 or 3 points down here, but white has a big influence wall over here. To prevent this from happening, black will always stand up. That's not good, but I won't explain why yet. So this is exactly what happened in this example which I showed you. Black has played too near, and now white can keep trapping him in the middle. And that's what happened here also. Black is here and white is on both sides. Now black has to start trying to run out. Now why did white move to this corner now? Why didn't white keep playing over here and doing something? Answer?
It's like too early to play.
Correct. There's the first Go proverb on strategy is urgent points before big points. So by the time you get to, let's say, 15Q or so, I'll keep telling you this point. Now, can you tell me what does urgent point mean and what does big point mean? Guesses?
E2.
No, I'm not asking the point. I'm just asking what do you think the definition of a urgent point means. So an urgent point means अगर वहां पर नहीं खेला, I could die. So imagine a situation something like this. Now, what would be an urgent point for white? If white does not immediately try to save himself by playing here, this whole white group could be dead. Therefore, right now, b3 is an urgent point for white. अभी नहीं खेला, whole group is dead. If white decides to, let's say, play something else, now black does this and this whole group is captured. There's no way this white can run away or live. Therefore, white has an urgent point here. But let's say back to this situation. Is there any one move that black can make just say white could die immediately? Let's say white does something else. अगर black ने ये करा, white can still do something so that he doesn't die. Black ने ये करा, white can still do something so that he doesn't die. So in this corner, the lower left corner, white has no urgent move. And according to the proverb, since he has no urgent moves, I will try to play a big move. So the big move is corners then sides. Right now, and that's what he played. He played a corner move. Because right now this is the biggest move on the board. Understand? Questions?
No, clear.
Okay, now white had some choices of which corner to approach. He could have white could approach here, white could approach this side, white could approach this side. Why did he choose this? It doesn't have to be a 1 equal to 1 kind of equation answer. Just what do you feel?
It is the only corner where he has a chance of extending back to the top left. I guess the idea is that
Yep,
it's closest to the white stone.
yep, correct. So if white plays here, there's a chance that white could also get some more moves down here so that they could all work together. Alright, so this sequence that we just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. This 8 moves, this is the second Joseki that everyone should learn. What is the Joseki? Has anybody heard that term before, Joseki? So the way chess may you have Sicilian opening and Rayo Lopez opening and so on. These are set moves that people know work well for both sides and it's balanced. This is the same thing for Go. So this is the standard set of opening moves for a corner. By the end of a Joseki, both sides will be stable and will have about equal amount of territory and influence. So this is like a standard opening. So let's run through that Joseki again and let's try to talk through it. Black says I want to have the corner. White says can I share the corner with you? Black says no, I want to have more of the corners. What's white trying to do? If black doesn't do anything, white will capture that stone. So black says you can't capture me. Now what does white have a problem with? White has a cut point over here now. So white says you pull back, so I'll also fix up my corner, my cut point. Now how much territory does black have? Black maybe have this much. So black says let me extend that a bit. So black gets a bit more. And in response, what does white say? White says that I don't have a base, let me make my base. So now white has this base, which is at least one I no matter what. So now both sides are happy. Black has this much of the corners, and white has a base which is going towards his own side. So both sides are happy. That's the end of this geocity. Okay, so now black is settling to capture white. Now white, if he wants, could play something like this and say that this whole thing will be mine. Should white play that? And if not, why? Answers?
Urgent moves before big moves, so shouldn't he protect his bottom left,
Correct.
which if he does not do?
Correct. White. This is an urgent move, so white have to play that first. Black defends his cutting point, and now white goes on the offensive. What is white trying to do? Black has two different groups over here, and what is the best way to attack something? Separate them. So now this white group has separated these two groups. Black is still trying to attack the corner, doesn't really work. Black has played this to try and save one side of his group, so white played this to keep them separated. Let's say white didn't play that. White played again a big move. Black क्या करेगा? Black will do something like this. This e5 is as good as captured because it can't really escape anywhere. And this whole group is one big strong group now. And again, one of the first principles we learn is keep weak groups separate. So that's what white is doing here. He's keeping this ugly rectangle shape of black separate from his bigger, stronger group. Because let's say, imagine black does something else. If white plays this, now this black group is starting to get surrounded and it will get captured. Since black doesn't want that, black can either attack the cutting stones or black could have try to escape with his other group. If black does this, तो क्या होगा? White plays here and keeps attacking this group. That's why it's very good to have one attacking group which can keep attacking two weak groups. As you start playing on bigger boards, this will become more and more apparent. Okay, next question. What is this shape called? This shape is called a bamboo joint.
Bamboo.
Yep, because it cannot be cut. Next question. White could have played here just to connect directly. Why did white play this instead of this? Reason number one तो है this makes an empty triangle, which we all know is bad. There's usually a better move.
Oh,
But there is another actual reason. This is just a side effect. The actual reason क्या है? So over here, white has influence on what area? Maybe this much.
hmm.
If you play the bamboo joint, now white has an influence on a much larger area. This versus this. So this is also strongly connected and he has more influence on the outside. White can expand here, here, or here. All routes are open. And that's about 15 moves are done. So we'll stop this review. So what problems did we learn from this? Problem number one. urgent before big. And proverb number two. mm, So let's see which of these could have been implemented in the game. Enemy key point is yours. This is always true. Acha, this is one. People in glass houses should not throw stones. What do you think that means? That means if you have weaknesses yourself, you should not start attacking. Because if you're weak yourself, you will come and attack yourself. So over here, that's what black tried to do. Black had a weakness here, but black started to attack. And उससे क्या हुआ? Black got his weakness exploited, and this whole fight started. Black could have done another thing instead, which was fix his weakness. So Black could have done this. This is no longer a cut point. Now Black can do anything with his group. He can, let's say, try to expand this side. He can try to trap this. Lots of choices possible. Instead, he chose to attack with a weak group, and a big fight started. Okay, life and death. So, are you all still doing the black to play problems? Are people still doing these?
Sometimes in my case, I mean, it also.
So, try to always have a tab of this open on your browser. What do I usually just do this and pin it so that एक छोटा सा space हाथ ले लेगा. If I have 5 minutes free sometime, just open that up, do one or two problems. Because doing these kind of problems is the best and fastest way to improve at Go. Why is that? Because it will force you to visualize and visualize and read ahead. Because that's the only really important thing you need to do to get to one dan. If you can read, you'll get to one dan. You don't even have to know any theory or any jyoteki. You'll be able to read. So keep a tab open, do some problems every day. So since this review is done, बताओ solution, black to play.
D2,
Okay, correct. Next move.
E1,
Yep. Black to play. This is a 20Q problem. So what move do we know that if white plays, it escapes? What move is that?
F4,
Yep. Next move.
D4,
Next move.
semi capture.
Black to play.
C1,
Wrong.
A3,
Wrong. Somebody told me the correct.
B
B1,
B1.
Correct. Next move.
A2,
Yep. Now, why was C1 wrong? What would white have played?
B1.
A3 maybe,
No,
D1.
no. So when doing problems,
A2,
nope, not A2. So when doing problems, these are all the variations that you have to try and visualize. C1 is wrong because if white plays this, I'm dead. So what does that mean? We already gone through a bunch of possibilities. I said A3 is not right, A2 is not right, D1 is not right. क्या क्या बचा है?
B1,
D.
B1 is right.
B1 is
Yeah,
right.
D1.
B1 is correct. Because now what will black try to do? Black will try to capture this.
Hmm.
And now how does white kill? What is white's correct
By
move?
playing A2,
Not A2.
D1.
A2 करा तो ये बस कैप्चर कर लेगा.
Hmm, hmm, hmm,
A3
hmm, hmm.
A3
Yep.
A3.
White plays A3.
Okay,
And
okay.
now no matter what black does, this is only one eye.
Hmm.
So this is wrong. Like half hour ago in the review also you said five in the corner lives. So this is five in the corner. If black does this, black no longer have the corner. Now this becomes something on the side. It's not the corner anymore. Alright? Black.
F3,
Black plays this, white will just play F4. Block हो गया.
D1.
Then capture.
Hmm.
Okay.
B2, B1, B2, B1.
B1. Yeah. No.
Actually, if I don't play that, then it will capture that.
But what you want to do is you want to capture all of this. You don't want to save this, you want to capture everything here.
A6. But why don't white can always play na B2, B1. White can always play B1.
Okay, white plays b1. Then what should black play?
And B2.
If white connects, still captured.
Okay.
And if white plays this instead, then what should black play?
B2.
b2.
Okay.
White will do this.
B1. Then it is black capture.
So if black keep trying to do this, white ही capture कर देगा.
Hmm.
If black does this, white ही capture कर देगा,
Hmm.
which is still fine. Black does this and this only has one eye, so it's captured. Next, very similar to two problems ago.
A4.
We have
B2.
we have promoted to 19q now.
C2.
c2.
F. F1.
Wrong. If f1 करा, then white will play something to make him live.
A2.
Correct. And why was that wrong? If black plays
You
here,
can
white
always
plays this.
connect. Yeah.
So
Two
now
eyes
white has
can.
1, 2, 3 eyes. Black cannot play in any of these spaces. Black to lives.
C2.
फिर से बोलो.
B2.
Okay, right. Next.
B1.
Correct. Black to capture.
If I don't play A5, then you can always connect. But if I play A5, then I will get captured.
Hmm.
So B5.
Right. Then capture.
Hmm.
Okay, so what I want everyone to do, black to play अपने browser में खोलो and pin that tab. यहाँ पे
Hmm.
छोटा सा पिन रहेगा. When you start your browser, वो पिन वहाँ पर रहेगा. Whenever you have few
Okay.
minutes free, do some problems.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure.
And the more you do, maybe 1 month में you can get up to 15 or 12 Q तक पहुँच सकते हो if you keep doing problems.
Hmm.
And this will all reflect into your games also then. And like everyone has been playing 99 games for a long time now. So start time to play some 13 games also.
Okay.
And after you play some 13 games, in the game that you lose, उसको ग्रुप में डाल दो. I'll put a do a review of those.
Okay. Good. Good.
ठीक है. So I thought like, do you want a game reviewed?
I had a silly game recently because I haven't been playing in a while. So you can find it on my profile. It's the last game that I played. So I don't know. SALIK. Yeah. So in fact क्या कहते हैं वो मैं मतलब वॉइस चैट पे खेल रहा था साथ साथ.
Okay. OSR.
So it ended with a weird Sumego situation. Also, like escape, like it was white to escape, I guess. So that might be fun for people to watch also. Yeah. You don't know. Okay, fine.
Okay, white.
I forgot. I
You
forgot. I just forgot. Yeah, no, that's generally what I do, but I just forgot it.
okay? So for the other people, this is also a Joseki. There are thousands. You just need to learn maybe 5 or 10 by the time you're 15Q. No need to learn more than that till you are 5Q. Okay, so यहाँ पर if you all notice, white has managed to make a base and now white has no more uh, problems of living. No matter what black does, he cannot kill white in 1 or 2 moves. I would stick with the usual Joseki. If you maybe had something over here, then this could have been much better.
Oh.
Black.
I actually thought instead of doing B16, I wanted to do C14. But I just didn't. I figured, yeah, and then block and so on and so forth.
This I don't like this because it may give you a
No,
wall.
as in block के साथ मतलब C14 and then B15.
So after this, black may do this.
Yeah, probably.
Then maybe you block. And if black
Yeah,
can try to
yeah.
crawl out, then
I didn't मतलब think this far. I just assumed that black would continue the attack in the corner because otherwise,
so
but I guess yeah, pushing also works.
black would push
You still
once
can't block
before
on
going
that
back.
side?
Black would push once before going for the corner.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I just I was doing like breakfast things. I'm gonna transfer to my laptop in just a second. Let me just come right back.
Okay.
Okay.
This is where I think you should have kicked. Why? Because you are fairly strong here and fairly strong on the other side. So you can kick. This is a bit passive because, yep, white can expand.
Yeah,
But this is not good by white. White should make a normal base like this.
I yeah, I didn't know. I just thought that maybe I could use the cut um instead of
Now
because
white,
I left the cut earlier. Yeah, okay.
no, see this, white is screwed. This is screwed and that is screwed.
Right.
So if white tries
Uh,
to save that, then that is this. And now black is threatening to make this thing.
mm-hmm.
But white has some compensation here.
This is a very silly exchange. I don't know. I've been out of practice like a few times in Ikela. So,
Yeah,
oh,
so I would descend. Descends at least nobody can get in from this direction.
right.
After you this,
Yeah, that's good too. Um,
mm, this is still a weakness.
yeah.
You still have to connect like this. And black can still do naughty things.
Mm-hmm.
Connecting, connecting up from both sides.
Yeah. The game goes very off the rails, like very quickly from here.
This
Uh,
is the usual probe, not that.
yeah, yeah. No, I wasn't confident enough to do the attachment. So,
Well, if you were not, then why not do something else like this? Attach these two.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
he runs that out. Now you make a base here.
sure.
If that takes care of all
Uh,
of his insurance,
yeah, no, I didn't want to make him stronger on the right side in the process, but I guess you can't have everything. Yeah.
now
So,
you can't. You've already given him a lot. But at least now you have a
uh,
base here and you have a stable shape in the corner. So whatever
right,
influence he had is pretty much all negated.
right.
Okay, so he used that weakness.
It's unnecessary, bro. Unnecessary push. I don't know why I did it. Oh god. And then I was like, let's just try and settle with something on the outside.
What's that quote we just watched? People in glass houses should not throw stones.
Yes,
Yep,
yes,
you
this
are
is
throwing
true.
stones here. You have no eye space and you have cut points, so
Yeah,
can't get
yeah,
much worse.
yeah, yeah. I should have also Atari'd maybe. No, it's fine actually. It's fine.
So
Yeah, you lose those, but at least.
this is
I would have probably in retrospect I would have probably done M15 instead of N14.
that was bad.
Yeah,
This is your
'cause that was
regroup,
yeah,
make a base.
yeah,
Why? Because this group is not attackable anymore because this is captured.
right. I was trying to settle with the larger wall on the outside, but
Not really
I
because he took the extension when you could have taken the extension.
right makes sense.
And now this is another weak shape without a base,
Mm-hmm.
with cut points, with undercuts.
I don't know where to stay. Oh no. Uh, yeah, yeah. I don't think he needed to do anything
Make
particularly.
make some good shape. Tiger's mouth at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, yeah.
This is connected and this is sort of connected if you play around with it.
Uh, कहीं बाद में किया था. Yeah,
You just do this. Get
yeah,
more territory while keeping on attacking you.
right.
Ignored and Right now, you should have gone in him now. Now you're taking away his
Mm-hmm.
base.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
now
yeah.
he's stuck behind your two strong groups.
Sure.
And what the work he could have done on that side, maybe done this or done this, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if he had Tenukid again, now he can probably do this whole thing.
Right.
And also kicking here, not good.
Yeah, no, I was
He goes
just
up and now this whole thing is working together.
right. I was expecting to go underneath with that, but okay.
So
Yeah,
you could have done this.
yeah. Nee, this is standard. I just thought that I could because the that that middle stone is so far away. I figured I could get B6 as well. And
Not after he got
yeah.
three in a line.
Haha, nee, what to say? Well, I just thought that well he would stand and then I would just
Okay.
B6. You
Bad
know.
move. What are you trying to do? You're trying to separate these two?
Yeah, I
That's
should
okay.
have been more active.
So
Yeah,
commit to it.
yeah, yeah.
If you had to save something here, maybe you could then do something here. Now at least something did
Hmm.
get disconnected.
Right.
Over here he's happy, he's not super strong, you made him by that way. And he's out in the center. Your moves are not really giving you much points. What could you do instead? Again, attack a weak group. Your best
Yeah,
option.
yeah, that makes sense. Attacking also makes sense. I was just like, I'll try and reduce and build in the center, which is obviously always the worst place to build. But क्या कहते हैं? Um, yeah, I like that too.
Because this way
Shoulder hurt.
he
Yeah,
have to remain on the third line. If you do this, now he could probably do something like this.
yeah.
Now he can like build this way up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, true, true, true.
Okay, you finally did that after he got strong.
Yeah. This was I was just like क्या कहते हैं, now these are Byoyomi moves also. I was also extending to leave some sort of first line Aji there. I don't know. That makes sense. It's a little silly in retrospect, but
Oh no, why didn't you just go and keep that doors open?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good idea. I mean I think I at some point I thought it was bigger to stop continuing
Why
that
you went
fight.
in?
But yeah.
You went in while leaving some cut points. Over
Yeah.
here. Six again.
Uh,
Glass houses.
yeah. No, I was gonna do this thing but I think he chose the wrong direction a little. That was a Biomi move and also like this wasn't this was just like
It's called a Byosuchi.
yeah, time to Suji.
So here I would like to do this. Now this whole thing is connected and safe.
Yeah. Who will? I wasn't sure if
Edge. Don't play
these are
on.
bad exchanges also. It's just I wasn't sure how to reply to
Do not
the E3 stone.
just remember. Do not play on the edge till its end game.
Yeah, yeah,
Do that
yeah, yeah.
because here now you're again forced to reply, which you could have done in the
Mm-hmm.
first place.
Yeah. I just wanted it to end in like Sante for me, so I just like quickly did a move that I knew would end with Sante. Um,
Take the shoulders. Or maybe not. Now he have too many.
yeah,
Now he
yeah.
has this over here. He has this over here. Too many friends.
Mm,
So this becomes a threat.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is fine. Not to leap.
Messed this up. Uh, this actually maybe a good thing to ask when right before right before the end what the solution was, but let's see.
If white had captured this,
Uh,
now this black shape is in trouble. So now that black has to make sure that he's connected.
right.
This whole white group is safe.
I felt like the F18 Blackstone could do things to my corner, so I wasn't sure if blocking was right. Everyone said the blocking was okay, like whatever. You
This is a
could
pretty
still
big.
live.
This is a big corner. Can't die.
Yeah, yeah.
Over here, I would have extended.
Uh-huh. This was also a Byosuji, is that what you said? Uh,
Now it's game up.
yeah, I did a silly at some point.
If your cuts open, you get cut.
Oh, I did a silly. No, it was way earlier. It was like the solution was to do J14
Yeah, but
way earlier.
again,
Even before the thing, I think
then the
it
actual question
was.
is, do you really care about these four stones? Are they doing anything important?
No, no, I know. I
Hmm.
just mean that even before this, you could play J14 and save everything
Yeah,
basically.
like at this
Uh,
point, you could
I think
have.
now
Yeah,
J14, yeah, now it works. I think. Uh, yeah. Um, so I miscalculated. um,
and had you done this, then it was an even game.
yeah, yeah. No, I did silly. Um, and there were still some bushes as well. I think.
That's all in game, you say. So this is when you would actually start to push on the edges and play these.
Right.
Now that everything in the middle is done, now play on the edges. Okay, any questions? Any other games?
Um. No, I'm okay. It's like I don't know who else is even left in the thing. There's only two people left. Is it that or three people? Oh,
Oh,
he's
don't
Nilesh
mind.
left. That's just a little different.
All of them fine.
I found this a really nice Go book. I think I sent it on the DDK whatever um,
GoBooks.eu.
WhatsApp group gobook.eu. It has some like whole board puzzles as well, which is I think nice. Uh,
So
wait, hold on. I
there's one whole word problem which I really liked that came out from an Australian book. I also made a
yeah,
video about that couple of maybe
yeah,
last year.
yeah.
I'll send you that problem. You can take a look at it. It's a whole.
Sure.
It looks like four different problems, but there's actually one solution.
Oh, cool. Um, there's also I also met on OSR a an SDK dude who I thought was Singaporean this entire time, but he's actually an Indian living in Singapore.
Eh,
So, uh, क्या कहते हैं, so I haven't told him about the AIGP or whatever, but I'm not sure if you know, like Arkhaya naam tha uska, uh,
oh,
on the
Arghaya.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, he was on AIGP long time ago, but he doesn't play. He just mostly reads and watches about Go. He doesn't play.
that's well, he was saying that there's a lot of clubs there in Singapore, so he just goes in person now.
Uh,
That's what he was saying.
like when he
Um,
joined us, he just had watched that AlphaGo documentary when he got interested, and he was, I think, working
right.
in AI or something.
Ah, cool. Fit है,
But
fit है,
back
fit है,
then,
fit
back then he didn't used to play at all. Just watch and read.
है. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was the one who started our Go books repository, I think.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Sure. Cool, cool, cool. There was, um, I do have like a fun live game, but it's a live game, so I don't know. If I should